Hey Mustangs, these are going to be the notes on community and ecosystems. The notes are divided into 3 different parts based on relationships, ecosystems, and then biodiversity. So this is the first video of 3 where we're going to take a look at relationships in a community. Alright, so first a reminder of what a community is. It's all of the living things in an area, a group of populations you could say as well. So all the plants, animals, bacteria, insects, all living things that live in an area make up a community. The first type of relationship we're going to look at here is called symbiosis. Symbiosis is a close long-term relationship between 2 organisms, usually of 2 different species. Now, this isn't a close relationship like a mother and daughter relationship. That's a close long-term relationship, but it's not the same. That's not what we're talking about here. It's also not a relationship like, let's say, a human and a dog. That's not symbiosis either. It's going to be even closer than that. So let's go ahead and take a look at 2 examples here. So we have parasitism and mutualism. These are 2 types of symbiosis. There are a couple other types of symbiosis, but these are just 2 that you'll need to know. So the first is parasitism. In parasitism, one organism is going to harm another organism, but it's going to benefit from the relationship, while the other organism does not benefit. Classic example would be a dog and fleas. The fleas live on the dog. The benefit for that is the fleas have a home, plus the fleas also get food by biting the dog and drawing its blood. So fleas benefit from the relationship, but if you look at the dog is not getting any benefit from that relationship. And it is usually a close long-term relationship between the flea and the dog. If we look over here, here's a couple examples of other types of parasites that can be involved in a parasitic relationship. So leeches, ticks, lice, mosquitoes, tapeworm, all those are examples of parasites that would be involved in parasitism, or they're actually going to find another organism where they will have a long-term relationship with it in which they will benefit, but the other organism will be harmed. All right, the second type of symbiosis is mutualism. With mutualism, both organisms are going to benefit from their close long-term relationship. So classic example is bees and flowers. Bees land on flowers in order to gather nectar to make honey. So bees are benefiting from this close relationship because they are getting food. The flowers actually benefit as well. Every single time a bee lands on a flower, pollen gets stuck to its legs, and when it flies to the next flower, it's actually going to transfer the pollen. And in the process, it's helping the flowers reproduce. So the flower is benefiting because the bee is actually helping them reproduce. So both of them benefit. The bee gets food, the flower gets help with reproduction. Another example that you may have seen this weekend if you went to go see Finding Nemo 3D, or if you're going to go see that, is a clownfish and a sea anemone. In that case, the clownfish is going to be protected by the sea anemone when it lives inside of it. So the clownfish benefits from its close relationship with the sea anemone by protection. It's protected by the sea anemone. The sea anemone benefits from the close relationship because the clownfish is going to clean it and get rid of parasites that could normally harm it. So the sea anemone benefits by getting cleaned and protected by the clownfish in a way. All right, another type of relationship that we'll see in a community is predation. So predation is when one organism is going to hunt, kill, and eat another organism for food. So we call the one that hunts the predator, and the one that is eaten the prey. So here's an example of a bobcat hunting down a hare. So in this relationship, one is the hunter, one is the hunted, the eaten. The adaptations, predators have adaptations that help them to be good hunters and get food. So if you think about predators, some adaptations you might think of are they have eyes in the front of their head to help them focus on the attack, whatever they're trying to get. They're often very fast, strong. They have good senses of hearing and smell, sharp teeth, sharp claws. So those are all examples of adaptations, special traits that predators have that help them catch prey. Prey also have adaptations though. They don't want to get eaten. So special traits that prey will have, they have eyes on the side of their head so they can see attacks coming from the side. That's the benefit. Here you have limited peripheral vision, but if you have eyes on the side of your head, you can see in a wider angle to see any attacks coming if a predator is after you. They also have camouflage all the time. They're often very fast, and they often have heightened senses. So if we think of the predator-prey relationship, the one that we looked at in class is the moose and the wolves in Yellowstone Park. So when the number of predators go up, so if the number of wolves go up, the number of moose will go down. If the number of predators go down, the number of prey will go up. So you have this constant teeter-totter going on between the predator and the prey. Because if you think about it, every single time the wolves eat the moose, if you're starting out like this, so there's lots of moose and here's the wolves will eat the moose, so the moose population goes down. Now there's not as much food or easy catchings for the wolves. So at first the wolves go up because they're getting plenty of food. But now that there's not enough food for them, well, now they start to die off. That gives these guys, the moose, plenty of time to reproduce, have babies, and the moose population starts to go up. So you'll have this constant up-down going like this between predator and prey. So predators go up, prey goes down. Predators go down, prey go up. All right, the last relationship that we're going to look at in a community is going to be competition. So competition is when two or more individuals of either the same species or different species are trying to get the same resources. So within a species, you often see competition for food, water, and space, and also among different species, competition for food, water, and space. So here, if we take a look at this picture, here's a group of lions feeding on a downed giraffe, and right here you can see this lion kind of giving this one a dirty look here. Because even though they're the same species, they compete for the resources. This female wants to get as much food as she can in order to survive, so she competes with all the other ones as well. So competition, trying to get the same resources, either among the same species like we see here, or it could be among two different species. I mean, if you think about lions, their number one competition is usually hyenas. So they often compete for resources, for food and water and stuff like that with hyenas. All right, that's the end of video 1. Go ahead, take a look at video 2 if you need to, and then on to video 3.